Arbiter build as well, again from Bisu. This is the classic 12 Nexus into Arbiter transition that Bisu goes for. And it's interesting to see how Flash reacted to that. I felt Flash, I guess he felt that he had already pulled the SCVs off the gas, so trying to switch back into that build wouldn't have worked well for him. And that's why he decided to try and pressure Bisu with the Marines. Maybe he should have waited a little bit more, gotten a few more Marines out. But then again, he didn't want to give Bisu the time to get those Dragoons out, or get a couple of Zealots out, because once Bisu had 2 or 3 Zealots, it would have been incredibly difficult. Flash now once again making the push out with about 2 tanks and 3 Marines and an SCV as well, putting the Academy down in his main as well. I guess he anticipates possibly a DT follow-up, although we did see the Templar Archives go on from Bisu. I think it's probably going to be, we didn't see the Stargate, so in fact there may be DTs following up from Bisu, although I probably expect it to be more likely that he's going to go for his transition. And Flash, really, there's no way he can hold this with 3 siege tanks and a handful of Marines. Bisu's got far too many Dragoons there. If he can get those perhaps siege tanks in siege mode and get something in front of them, maybe, but I really don't think he's going to be able to hold this. Bisu's got too much of an army. Bisu's got about 6 Dragoons as well as a couple of Zealots now. I think he's just waiting for that Observer to pop out, now pushing forward those Observers. I'm not even sure if Flash has siege mode right now, and Flash is going to be forced to pull back. Flash is actually going to be able to hold this ramp for now with the forces that he has. 3 siege tanks as well, and Flash now macroing up, putting a couple more factories down, and he's got a decent sized army here to put pressure on Bisu. Flash pushing forward again, trying to put some pressure on Bisu. Bisu now is going to be able to micro those Dragoons within range of the siege tanks. Unfortunately for Flash, he doesn't have siege mode. He really needed the siege mode there to fight an effective battle. Trying to get some spider mines down as well. Managed to take the Zealots down. Some great micro from Flash, keeping his vultures alive and pushing Bisu's Dragoons back. Bisu's Dragoons taking a lot of damage from Flash's forces, and Bisu fighting a retreating battle, and those spider mines, that spider mine, Bisu with some great micro, picking the spider mines off with the Dragoons. Brilliant micro by Bisu, intense concentration, and he's actually going to retreat into victory in this battle. Brilliant by Bisu. If he hadn't picked those spider mines off, a couple of spider mines do manage to land though, but Bisu's got reinforcements pouring out. Remember, Flash has got a long distance to travel. Flash still with those 3 siege tanks with spider mines in the way. That DT is going to absorb a couple of spider mines, 2 spider mines still there. Flash with more reinforcements arriving, but he lost that SCV. He's not going to be able to repair those siege tanks, and Bisu's going to be able to reinforce much quicker than Flash. Flash has got reinforcements streaming in as well. Bisu with a couple more gateways going down. This is the kind of StarCraft that we expect to see from these 2 players. And Bisu once again making a foray towards Flash's forces. He's managed to take the spider mines down. Flash with a scan, however, taking that DT down. I don't think Bisu's got any DTs left, so Bisu going for the DTs indeed. I thought he would probably go for the Arbiter Tribunal again, but obviously Bisu didn't want to be predictable in this game. Flash has now got 5 factories pumping, but Bisu's got enough gateways as well. Now Flash again with the 3 siege tanks, badly damaged, and Bisu immediately focusing the damaged siege tanks first, taking 1 down, a second still there. Flash still hasn't been able to put any of those siege tanks in siege mode because he's wanting to fight a retreating battle. Flash once again trying to surround the Dragoons with spider mines, but he's going to lose most of his vultures here in the process. He has got some spider mines behind Bisu's Dragoon forces, and Bisu might lose most of his Dragoon here, but Bisu, brilliant micro from Bisu's Dragoons. That is genius micro, although he did have an Observer to assist him this time around as well. Actually, he had the Observer in the initial fight as well. But Bisu with the Observer to assist him, able to survive against those spider mines and take them down. And I have to say, Bisu's micro has been excellent. He's been picking those spider mines as soon as they've landed and not allowed them to land too many more hits. And he's now going to be able to polish off Flash's forces. Flash with a couple of vultures arriving to reinforce, and still chewing that gum, but he knows things are looking dire for him right now, because he really needed to inflict a lot more damage on Bisu. I feel, because remember, Bisu still has that 12 Nexus advantage, and Flash has to kill any foes. With Flash continuing to persist with the vulture raids, and really this is the kind of game that if he'd done this on Destination, I think he would have had a lot more success if he'd persisted after getting that expansion up, if he persisted with putting pressure on Bisu early on. Bisu now has got that Arbiter Tribunal up. Bisu is obviously transitioning into those Arbiters, but he did pause to use a couple more DTs. I think those DTs were probably a reaction to what Flash was doing, more than an intentional move on Bisu's part. Flash continuing to harass Bisu with those vultures, doing a great job of putting those spider mines down, but I feel like Bisu is slowly turning the tide here because Flash doesn't have the siege tanks to support him as he needs to, and Bisu with the Observer is just able to pick those spider mines off, and Flash not able to do enough damage. Bisu's now got about 7 gateways down, and he's got enough defense. He's got a full-time cannon building as well in his main, just in case Flash tries something interesting. Bisu as well taking that expansion to 1 o'clock position, putting a couple of pylons on to block that expansion as well. Flash with more vultures coming in, trying to reinforce. But I feel that the game is now slipping away from Flash. He really tried well. I think if he hadn't lost those initial resources, I think Flash could have done what he's doing now with what he had initially. If he hadn't lost all those Marines and pulled all those SCVs off the line, I think this sort of mid-game push would have been much more effective as a strategy against Bisu. Although I guess Flash felt that since he had gone for that 1 pack into CC, he wasn't going to be able to mount as effective a mid-game push as he would have liked to, had he perhaps put 2 factories down first. Flash still continue to persist, trying to put those spider mines down. Bisu just going to be able to mind drag all of those with a couple of zealots and take most of them out, suffering minimal losses to his forces, and he's built up a significant sized dragoon force. He's going to have those arbiters popping out soon. Flash has a lot of vultures out in play, but he doesn't have a lot of siege tanks really, and those vultures aren't going to be that effective against Bisu's primarily dragoon heavy force. Bisu with the right mixed composition, Flash with a couple more siege tanks coming around. And critically, Flash was never able to get siege mode down in his previous fights. Now he has a siege tank on siege mode, but Bisu's now got the arbiter in play, and Flash is just going to really struggle here. Vultures against a large amount of dragoons and zealots. Flash trying to get a couple more siege tanks in play and get some spider mines down as well on that ridge, but Bisu's just going to move those dragoons into position, drag a couple of spider mines down. He lost a lot of dragoons to the spider mines, but he's critically taking that siege tank. That one siege tank is all that's left for Bisu, and he just, unfortunately, some great spider mines. Look at all that dragoon blood. There's about 10 dead dragoons on that battlefield, but critically Bisu's been able to take down that ramp, and Flash has lost all of his forces in the process, and Bisu's going to continue to grow from strength to strength since he has got that expansion up and running at that 1 o'clock position as well. Now he's got a shuttle out, probably with DTs in it, I would venture, and he's got that arbiter as well, floating around with impunity. It'll be interesting to see if he gets stasis first rather than recall, and Flash unfortunately has lost his entire army yet again, and he's just got a couple of siege tanks wandering on the map, and Bisu's going to be able to actually pick those off. Remember, Bisu's got no anti-air, no maneuverable anti-air. He doesn't have glass. I don't even know if he's got an armory out up. Flash trying to put some spider mines around the middle map, trying to secure an area from which to launch strikes upon Bisu. Bisu dropping zealots, actually dropping zealot bombs, and Flash GG's. Flash knows that he's fighting a losing battle. He GG's, and again, guys, Flash GG's, and I don't know. I mean, I felt that Bisu was always going to win that game from the position that we were in, but it still felt like a slightly early GG. But Bisu takes the victory, and he goes through to the round of 4 and gives himself an excellent chance, and it's going to be a treat for fans of the World Cyber Games to see him in action there, should he manage to win one more out of either the semi-finals or the losers finals, if he should lose in the semis. This is Klazart, guys. A great game of StarCraft. Well, not a great, but I would say a good game of StarCraft to round off a series between these two good players, and Bisu, I think, with a deserved victory. Thanks for listening.